it's your boy CJTV, and we back with another hip hop news update. So, man, crazy breaking news for y'all today. Basically got some news on Quando Rondo. Now, if y'all don't know, man, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the media. You know, a lot of stuff going on with Quando Rondo, Lil Durk, Lil Tim. You know, you got a lot of scenarios that's been playing a big part in this whole situation that happened with Vaughn back in November of last year. We're gonna get into all of these different scenarios. Also, what happened to Quando Rondo last night? It was allegedly that Quando Rondo was shot at twice last night, and we're gonna go ahead and give y'all the details of this. But before we get into this, man, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you have already subscribed, make sure you turn on the notification bell. And if you're new or you're not new, right now, go ahead and stop what you're doing, go down and like this video, click the thumbs up, and subscribe if you have not. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. First, now, we all know that, you know, NBA YoungBoy's been going through a lot of things. Quando Rondo's been going through a lot of things. Lil Durk's definitely been going through, you know, especially in the past, and the loss of his brother King Vaughn. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on mentally, you know, with these guys and what they think, you know, is really happening and what really took place the night that King Vaughn was shot and killed. Now, first we're going to get into, you know, you got to think about the interviews that Quando Rondo has dropped on his YouTube page the past 3 days. Quando Rondo has posted 3 parts to an interview that he shot with Angela Yee this past weekend. Actually, that's when it was released, this past weekend. The interview had been recorded for weeks now. She's had that interview for weeks. She just decided to post it late. But what we took away from that interview was that the last conversation that King Vaughn and Quando Rondo, and the last conversation that Lil Durk and Quando Rondo had with each other were good. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna sit here and try to sit here and say that Quando Rondo is saying everything that's correct, or he isn't, you know, saying things that happened, or the conversations that him and King Vaughn's camp had off camera. Now, I'm not going to speak and say that those things didn't have anything to do with a lot of that, because you got to think, at the end of the day, we only know from what Quando and what Lil Durk and King Vaughn and all of those guys speak and told us about. You know what I'm saying? We only know what they told us. We don't know specifically what really actually went down between these two camps and caused for them to butt heads and for King Vaughn to attack Quando Rondo the night that he did. Now, we're going to talk about last night. Now, it's allegedly that Quando Rondo has been shot at twice last night. Now, he was not hit, but there was 2 attempts on his life. Now, when I say there were 2 attempts, there were more than 1 attempt. There was several attempts, okay? Quando Rondo was shot at multiple times in 2 different locations. You got to think about it. Now, if somebody's trying to shoot at you, and they shoot at you once and they stop, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's different. But if they turn around and they shoot twice, they come and find you again, and they trying to shoot you again, there's a hit out on your life. There is something out on your life that people are trying to take your life. You know what I'm saying? Now, that means you got to start doing stuff different. You got to move different. Now, it was alleged that Quando Rondo had just got back in town from New York. You know, he was in New York doing a bunch of different things. You know, Breakfast Club, they're stationed in New York, so everybody knows that you go to New York, do the Breakfast Club interviews, blah blah blah. And so he got a chance to do that one-on-one with Angela Yee in that Rolls Royce car, riding around the city of New York, getting the interview done. You know what I'm saying? Now, he flew back after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was running around doing different things with artists in New York, you know, probably getting features done, all types of crazy stuff, you know? But after he returned back, there were shots fired at Quando Rondo. Now, not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Durk did it. Oh, OTF did it. Oh, no. Durk and them probably had nothing to do with this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it 100 with y'all. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? And plus, on top of that, y'all know on this channel we ain't doing no self-incriminating. We're not going out here and saying who did what, acting like we know. Now, we're gonna give y'all what we think. Now, if you say OTF did it, and you're taking that from the media standpoint, as in you're taking everything else that everybody else around is saying, then you can say that, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you can't really necessarily just say, oh, okay, OTF, you know what I'm saying, they did it just off of the strength. Even though Quando Rondo is in a hot situation with, you know, OTF and everything that went down with that camp, you know what I'm saying, because of the King Vaughn situation. Now, if you listen to Quando Rondo in the interview, man, he talked a lot about how, you know, a lot of the scenarios that people were putting on him and blaming on him and saying that, you know, basically trying to put him down and be mad at him about the King Von situation when they have to understand the scenario. Somebody that you're cool with, last conversation that you had with was, oh, okay, we good, we laughing, joking, having a good time, and the next thing you know, that same person walks up on you too, you know what I'm saying, a while later and start punching you in the face, and your man's hop out the car and blow him down. The real question is your man's wrong for that? It's not like him and Quando Rondo was play fighting, people. It's not like he went up and punched Quando and was like, I'm just playing gang, you know what I'm saying? No, he was drilling Quando Rondo like they had an alternative issue, or like something was done, or something was there was some malice in King Von's heart towards Quando Rondo. Now, we're going to go into this and talk about this situation now, because a lot of people don't want to accept the truth about it, but we're going to go ahead and put it out there anyway. Quando Rondo is close affiliates with NBA Youngboy and the NBA camp. Now, we all know this. Now, we all also know, and it's been confirmed, that Jania, who is NBA Youngboy's baby mom, and King Von had ties together. They had a song together. They did music in the studio together, and there's also Instagram posts and other posts of people exposing Jania for having sexual encounters with King Von as well. Now, these rumors have already been confirmed. If y'all want to, just go to the YouTube bar, type in Jania, Michelle, and King Von, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not pretty sure, I am 130,000% sure that there will be some search results that will come up with proof of everything. That's all y'all gotta do, is just go to the search bar, type it in. I will not lie to y'all, I am so serious, the proof is out there. Now, back to the situation. Now, you know, with that whole interview putting out there, man, you gotta really take it all in. You know, you gotta really look at all the factors that played around that scenario. You know, Quando Rondo being affiliated with Youngboy and King Von going back and forth on social media. King Von saying certain things in his lives like, oh, Youngboy be lying in his raps. Go look at this stuff. All of these things are already out there so that you can go out here and you can see it for yourself, and you can see what King Von and what other people, other news sources, other people that were close to King Von had to say about the situation and scenario. So if you want to know the truth, there's the truth, and I'm gonna just keep it 100 with y'all. It don't get no realer than that. If you really take your time and you look into the scenario and you look deep into it, and you really, you know what I'm saying, break it down the correct way, and you look at all the factors that could potentially make this situation, you know what I'm saying, liable, and for people to understand what really happened, all you gotta do is just sit down, do your research, take all of the possible things that could have happened that night at that hookah lounge and put it together. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else in the media that did what they did, man. I'm sorry for, you know, Lil Durk and King, you know, I'm sorry for that whole loss of OTF from King Von. You know, RP King Von, I was a King Von fan. You know, I like King Von, I like his music, it was real authentic. If you tell me you didn't like King Von's music, you're lying. Or if you didn't like it, it's probably because you weren't too authentic, or you just didn't live that lifestyle. No offense to you. But yeah, man, sorry for having to report all this, you know what I'm saying? It's sad that it's even months later, we're still reporting on a murder that happened months ago, a whole year, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Dirt, you know, shout out to Quando Rondo. We're not picking sides. I grew up on Quando Rondo too, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like at the end of the day, nobody can really be mad at Quando Rondo because he decided to make a decision that at the end of the day he had to get home to his kids, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta be realistic with yourself. You can't take sides. You can't be on the fan stuff. You just gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? And real is real at the end of the day. If you're new, man, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're new, and make sure you also turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, which will be every day. It's your boy CJ TV, and we're gonna see y'all in the next banger, man. Peace.